had to get to this. I've been meaning to get to this for days. This is the Burger King Pride advertisement. I don't know if you saw it. It says, "Time to be proud," and it's a picture of two Whoppers. But the Whoppers, one of the Whoppers has two top buns holding it together, and the other Whopper has two bottom buns holding it together. Do you get it? Do you get it? So first of all, the fact that we're using these phrases top and bottom adds a really graphic sexual component that I don't want to think about when I'm eating my processed beef at Burger King. But then even beyond that, you're seeing that the buns are not complementary anymore. Instead, they just have two of the identical parts of the bun, and this is to say that it's really good to be LGBT, LMNOP, whatever. The funny thing about this ad is that the ad, I think it sums up what a lot of people think about the LGBT movement, which is, look, maybe it's not the worst thing in the world. If you were given that burger, you'd probably take it and say, okay, well, whatever. It's a little weird, but okay. But you would know that something is a little wrong. You would know that this is not the way the burger is supposed to be. The advertisement, I think, is undercutting the message that it wants to send. It reminds me of KLM, the Dutch airlines, some years ago ran an ad during Pride Month, and it was these airplane buckles, and the ribbon on the buckles was rainbow. And the ad said, "It doesn't matter who you click with." And one of the belt buckles had the male and the female. So it's actually how they're referred, right? Plugs are referred to as male and female for a reason. So it had the male and the female, and then the other one was two males, so just the parts that you're supposed to click it, but they don't click in anywhere. And then the other one was two females, same problem. They don't click in anywhere. And the ad undermined itself because just by the logic of the airplane seatbelt advertisement, it does matter who you click with. You can only click with one type of seatbelt component. Totally undermined. The messaging is a little bit incoherent now. But it just shows you that there's no logic to this movement. There's no reason to this movement. The reasoning changes day by day. It went from we're born this way and sex is immutable and no one would ever choose to be born this way, to not only is sexual desire changeable, but actually sex itself is changeable. I'm a boy, but I can actually be a woman. It went from the distinction between boys and girls, men and women is so essential that we need to reorder our sexual ethics. Then it became actually boys and girls are basically the same, and boys can be girls and swim on the swim team, and it's no big deal. No coherence to it at all. Just a vague sense that, maybe something here is a little bit off. Speaking of sexual ethics on the heterosexual side, Nick Cannon, who is an actor, he has become infamous in recent years for making certain black nationalist comments. He's gotten a little more politically active. The other thing he's really famous for now, or infamous for, is having lots and lots of kids. Nick Cannon just announced his 9th kid yesterday. I think he's got 2 kids being born this year by different women. He's got lots and lots of baby mamas. Is it baby mamas or baby's mama? Sort of like attorney general or attorneys general, I don't know. Anyway, he's got lots and lots of babies mama, and he shows no end in sight for creating all of these broken homes. He's already got 7 kids out there, 2 more on the way, probably many more to come. The reason I bring up the Nick Cannon story is obviously his behavior is disordered, and obviously it's selfish, and it shows that our sexual ethics problems in this country run a lot deeper than just LGBT, which everyone is talking about right now. There's a far deeper rot that gets to the very question of man's role, not just in the bedroom, but man's role in society, and what it means to be a man, what it means to be a woman. Like those Africans that Matt talked to in his documentary, it's more than just DNA. It's more than just your genitalia. It's more than just your chromosomes. Those tribals that Matt spoke to in Kenya, he said, to be a woman is to do the roles of a woman. To be a man is to fulfill the duty of the man. And there's a great deal of wisdom in that we have duties and obligations and a role in society, and we need to stand up and defend our families and not just, bang any woman that meets. Pardon my vulgarity. But the other reason that I bring up Nick Cannon here is for all of those sins, for all of that sexual confusion and immorality, at least he's not killing his kids. least he's not killing his kids. When we think about how everyone is obviously on Nick Cannon's case here, as they rightly should be, what he is doing is far, far better, infinitely better than abortion, which is an option available to him, which is something that's supported by roughly half the country. Before that half of the country goes after Nick Cannon, maybe they better take a look at themselves. I'm so glad you liked that clip. Now you've got to subscribe. Ring the bell, ding, dong, like, whatever you got to do. Make sure you get notifications for The Michael Knowles Show. Head on over to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, wherever you get your audio podcasts. Type in The Michael Knowles Show. Boom, click, link, leave a 5-star review. We'll see you next time.